welcome to Young Kizzy, the one YouTube channel. If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe button down below and turn on the bell icon. Tell me what you think about this video in the comment section.
Hello, I just want to talk about the ECL case. And I want to have two topics, the ECL case and Simuuwe. Simuuwe's comment to the US ambassador. Emma topic in Kweterero. We are here today because of we saw the ECL court case today, and Simuuwe's comments on Ambassador Gonzales. So I'll start with the ECL court case and end with the Simuuwe's comments on Ambassador Gonzales, and a couple of things I would like to say about the ECL court case. And the first thing I want to say is, like, it took the cabinet to issue a letter to the praise singers that stop disrespecting ECL. That is one. You know, I want to land my point on the Falkland praise singer. So the praise singer, it took the cabinet. It took over the cabinet to issue a public memo to say no more disrespecting the grieving family and the late president. So now, I am just like, there are two things about that memo that the cabinet wrote to the Zambians generally, to stop talking about this funeral in a disrespectful manner. There are 2 points that I want to bring out. The first point is, like, we as Zambians, any culture in the world, we respect death. So, can any normal human being really wait for a government to write a letter to stop disrespecting a dead person? I'll repeat. It took the cabinet to write a letter to Zambians to stop disrespecting the ECL family and disrespect ECL in his death. So now my question is, these praise singers or UPND cadres, balikuwana mu mutwe pakuti abantu abakulu balikwata abaana n'enfu n'otufumo kwati nintutona baletukana ba ECL mu kitumbi. It had to take the cabinet to write a letter to blind followers to say stop disrespecting ECL mu kitumbi. So by UPND you have to reevaluate so afuna nokulanda ekisungu. Lekeni ndande fe mchibemba kwati ba UPND kale ni panshi mupishemo peni na penso kwe batitamwakwana bwino mu mutwe. Mwanfa ba UPND shide mwituka mwalituka mwebene. Because umuntu mukuru uwakwata abana. Umuntu fye an adult fye. Nga padi chilo takwabo umuntu salula umuntu nganafwa. So mwa ba UPND, you need to go to your God and pray. Mufukame pama kufi. Because you cannot politicize a funeral. You cannot excuse Ubupuba and say it is politics. Because even politics, kwa line. Mwaishba. There is a line for everything. There is a limit. Paiba politics opo ipea. Mwaishba. So mwaba praise singer. Mwasenda nomba mwala apena mulefurunga na pantu mwamba nokola tumfiemfwa. I was offline for the last 2 weeks or so. Nari kwate chiriro. Ero nari nari kwata umwishukuru. I have a grandson. So my ronaria mkumu mono umwishukuru wandi. Nambo kumurondorere natawe nalifu mapo naria kuchiriro my grandson is 11 years old. Umwana omunono, 11-year-old boy, ichinso. Chalipo no kumweba tininkwate chidiro. 11-year-old boy. If a 11-year-old boy can feel grief, bali naba nankwe, small boys. Umbi ali kwati 7 years, umbi ali, 2 of them are 11 and the other one was 7 years. And they had not seen me for 2 weeks. So na manatawe, nalia mkulosha. Banji pusha, who died na balondo rwera. Utuana, I was there for the whole day. Twa ikelefe na tulisad. Utuana, tuwali, but not tuikala fefilia. Tulisole mutuana. I don't know how to say it. Munan. Muchibemba. Now, if a small kids can be solemn, kumfachu muntu na fanga imaba praise singer, you have to wait. Pake nkalata ite ifu meku cabinet. Ukwe mkukum yemati lekeni kutu unan. Ukum yemati lekeni kutu kechitumbi. You can't think on your own. Va praise singer ala upu ba. Fine Simuuwe actually by Ambassador Gonzales, he should tell to the praise singers to say it is indiscipline elo bupuba. Muzambia umuntu onse nangufie china machafu wa imbo yafu wa people have got those solemn emotional way respecting last respects. But we have had all these people doing all the crazy things, saying all the crazy things about ECL's death, until it took a letter from the cabinet to tell people to stop Gulatumfia, the grieving family, and insulting the body, number parit quiet. Moving on, the fact that the cabinet wrote the letter does not include us, because if we can talk about this death, because the case of ECL is not being discussed in Zambia. It is out of the Zambian jurisdiction. So tuilati no kulanda pali kesi yaba ECL. Because the case ili kudia kuine ku South Africa ko balera ndira. So there is no contempt of court. If we ngat walanda. So let's be free and fair. Let's talk freely and deliberate about this ECL case. So nalanda pali ba praising you know, they Bali said that in the name of politics, they have become so evil and even just abandoned Ubuntu. They can't even mourn with the mourning. In the name of politics, you have completely lost it. And the other thing I want to say that now you have seen that UPND is a dictator. They want, when you say jump, you jump. When you say sit down, sit down. Yeah. So they are praising us. So which means if they wrote a letter to say stop disrespecting, which means they are the ones who sent them to disrespect ECL and his family. Because how come Bali Lembere Nkalata? Because Muzambia tulachindi came for, umuntu wansala chindi came for. So number for chari to papisho kumona fya ayinfa yaba ECL abantu bale salula balungu. Kwali wena uli omusungu wa isachi muzungu wanga on YouTube. Muzungu wa Mkomboni. If you have not seen this AI website, Yaba UPND, which is really disgusting, UPND have created an AI website simply to attack ECL. And I've also seen they have also attacked Lillian Mutambo, posting falsehoods on that Muzungu wa Mkomboni site. So it is hypocrisy. How can they write a letter? First of all, UPND kulembera abantu abakulu atilekenyu kutukana ba abantu abakulu like grown people celebrating a death. Government has to write you to stop it, which is another side of dictatorship, because you have to have a free mind, free speech. Why should you do a wrong thing? So which means they were being told to insult, now they are being told to stop insulting. In the same vein, even the UPND must tell that Muzungu wa Mkomboni to stop insulting. You cannot hide behind AI. The admin of that page will be tracked down and he'll be brought to book. So the person running that page, he will be brought to book. The Mzungu Komboni page. So he will be tracked down. You cannot hide behind the AI page and think everything is okay. You know, the owner of that Mzungu Komboni AI page, YouTube channel, I hear he also has a Facebook page. He will be tracked down. So by UPND, stop your propaganda machines. You have already told your Lumbani Madodas to stop on Facebook and TikTok. Now tell that whoever is running Muzungwamu Komboni, Koswe, and the other rogue Facebook pages running out of State House to stop the nonsense. UPND, they are dictators. Effort to me about UPND ni ba zombie mwashiniksha. Pantunga tauli zombie kuchwa yamkula tukane chitumbi. A person who was a president, if you're not a zombie, you would think you'd like, no, I can't do that. I cannot insult a dead person. It's against my morality, my integrity, my culture, my norms, and whatnot. Kuti wakana. But if you're a zombie, that's why vare imoku ya mkutukane chitumbi. Mwashiniksha tude miatiba nima zombie. And finally, the other thing which came out in the court case today, the other point which came is like, why did the South African court use a Zambian law to rule a case in a South African court? Judge Ali Diam. Muleshiniksha, Judge Ali Diam, Mumashiniksha. But South Africa is an independent country. Ama South African courts, they are not attached to the Zambian court. They are supposed to use Ama laws of South Africa. No, but marichimonapo. Mukoti ya South Africa, baya mkubomfia ama funde ya Zambian law. It's nonsense. Judge Ali Diamo, tulelanda pa, tapari na contempt because the ECL case is being deliberated to South Africa. So kuchitualanda. Judge Ali Diamo, panto fefaba ruling, etafikwete mona mano. Umulando finofine na alikuwa tenganda crime scene ili munganda muwandi. The crime scene is in my house, right? Ero nomba baya mkula bomfya inganda ya muntu umbi to deliberate that case. Umuntu afile ku South Africa. South Africa yali kwa tamafundi. Crime scene kuloko afuilire balungu ni ku South Africa. Bafilo konka mafundi ya South Africa. So the fact that bale konka mafundi ya ku Zambia mu South Africa, Judge Hadidi Amo. That is number one. Echo mufilo kuishiba. Fide ilanga finomba fide ilanga kwa tete ba bomfya mafunde ya Mzambia ba mkubomfya mukoti ya South Africa. Nishi Judge Hadidi Amo. That's number one. Judge Hadidi Amo. Ero mama South Africans balilanda chifo tu alikuwa tamafunde. Uyu mulandu uchitikile muno imfa yachitikile mu South Africa. So no manga mambo kulachita muno chalo. South Africa is a sovereign nation with its own laws. So nga mambo kumomfya amafunde ya South Africa amafunde ya kufyalo fimbi mambo kula pingula imilandu mu South Africa using amafunde ya kufyalo fimbi. It's a bad precedent. And it just shows the corruption, the level of corruption. Iwawe inaikarafye iwe impossible nechiri shina chamufi. Mwatwala nombo mulomo mutwale corruption you have cooked up corruption. The evil triangle of operation muno Mozambique filyamachita capture ama institutions mwaneta capture yonse takwaba upema Godfather eupingula fyonse nomba mlefa ya mutwale fidi ayina mano yeno mwakwata ku Zambia muyatwale ku South Africa nomba muye mukuchita capture judiciary ya ku South Africa insoni yebuntu fide mwachita capture Zambian judiciary yonse nomba mulefu okutwala nomba muye muchite capture judiciary ya ku South Africa insoni yebuntu ba UPND. We are just saying, if into file ilanga pabweru nomba. File ilanga. Ba hello, opona ishila kachinga. Bali leka no kuisa ba pressing abali ingira mubwendwe ensoni. They are ashamed. You ought to be ashamed. You are betraying the country. Your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren will spit on your grave, some of you. Because all these comments you are making, they're here, they are historical. Let us stand and defend stand for the justice of Zambia. Independence 2.0. So we are saying, Balungu, okay, may his soul rest in peace. It's unfortunate, really, it's kind of a good thing he died in South Africa, because imagine what would have happened if Lungu died in Zambia. Just imagine. So nomba mulomo wabo ba AG Tavesha basende nomba judge abaye balisha ma judge South Africa. Ile corruption eyo baleta mu Zambia yonse corruption yabantu bali bata corrupt bonse. Stinking corruption. In Zambia, it is stinking corruption. So the same stinking corruption they have in Zambia, they want to take it in South Africa. Hi, Mr. Comrade K.
Hi, my sister. You are there.
I am back.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, yes. I've just parked by the roadside. How are you?
I am good. Twalipata Malilo, big funeral, but we are back. Yes. Yeah.
You know. My condolences.
Thank you.
I seriously just wanted to thank you, Lillian and Bakasonso, for the awesome job you did on Emmanuel Mwamba Verified. Thank you. And God continue to watch over you and keep you and strengthen you, because to handle ridicule and insults on social media, especially people who have got character like you, it's hard. You know what I mean? You've got families, you've got people like us who believe in you, who respect you. I cannot speak to you, my sister, in a disrespectful manner, because I know you. You know, at the end of the day, I know your heart. I know what you stand for. So for me, to be honest, I was so blessed. But I want to tell you something as well. When you guys were on the Emmanuel Mwamba Verified, UPND cadres have stolen our profiles. I saw my own old profile trending on that in the comment section. Some guy was purporting to be me and speaking vile things. Then I commented on his comment and I said, you have stolen my profile. That's how he left the comment section.
Wow.
So, if they can do that to me, think about there's so many. They know people who contribute on these programs. They know people who contribute on Vamwamba. So they are stealing our profiles. Then when you are having live sessions, they want to pretend and pose like they are us.
Oh my God.
No, it's the
That's another level of law politics, right?
Exactly.
Wow.
Fear, insincerity to a point where I had to report everything to Facebook, and I'm like, no, somebody's impersonating me. And the good part is that I was watching, I was listening, and I'm seeing my profile. No, that's not me.
Right.
So I responded to the guy and I said, hey, why are you using my profile?
You know, they did, you know, even my name, when I had just my name, Queen Pumy, on Facebook, because my name was just Queen Pumy. So, then somehow they break the links. But when people are trying to find me, there were like 20 Queen Pumys.
I know, but the whole point, it means that you, Emmanuel Mwamba, Lillian, Bakasonso, and the chair, it means you are making an impact. Now, we are following you, we are listening. So they want to distract us, but I was just disappointed by somebody stealing my profile and then showing up on that program and saying things that do not represent me in any sense. However, I also want to agree with you that, to be honest, yes, the death of Balungu has become a challenge for the Zambian government, but at the same time, it's going to expose the rot in the South African Constitution. Like the lawyers say, that to use Zambian law, which they have not even given the evidence or quotations from which part of the Constitution Kabesha is quoting. They have not submitted that. But to just use it in speech to say they applied in South Africa, it means that actually they are disregarding the South African Constitution and meddling. It means that Zambian government is meddling in the sovereignty of South Africa.
Aliliamo judge to South Africa. That judge is going to be fired.
But I really believe that, as the lawyer is saying, when they appeal to the Supreme Court, I believe that because what will be on trial is not Balungu's death. It's the South African Constitution.
Yes, the laws of the land. Exactly.
South African lawyers would want Zambian law to override
South African people, not even lawyers, South African people, you know?
So I totally believe that I'm glad he's a very wise man and he could see the implications of if the way that the Zambian government wants to have pressure on the South African judiciary and the effects. Okay, let's say we will bury Balungu to Ashika. Even in Zambia, I think about what kind of legacy is HH creating concerning, so to Ashika Balungu and is buried and it's done. Life goes on. What happens and when HH leaves office? How will people look at him? How will they judge his governance? That's the sad part. We can't just be focused on our present day differences and political opinions. I think Zambia is bigger than UPND. They may not like what I'm saying, but I believe that even after UPND has gone, Zambia will continue to be there, and therefore we should not be making partisan decisions which are short-term, you know. And how would HH would want us to honor him, you know, and his family after all this? No. God help them. So thank you so much, my sister. Keep on doing the work that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Kay. Yes. So, you know, we are here, guys. We're just talking about this ECL case. You know, it's opening a can of worms, you know. The South African court to rule a South African a case in a South African court using Zambian law, that is a discrepancy. Welcome, Baroch. So, Iwa Susan, you ain't kuchira paninani. You never praise singer, she wakwatile nshita. Why is up a page and mukunje mefia kulanda? Open a page and start talking. They keep on like stalking us. They are stalkers. Why are they coming to our pages? Inenga Mwantukana, you are even wasting your time. Because I've been online for 4 years advocating for the removal of UPND. I'm actually gaining weight because instead of so just leave this page. Don't come here and tell me.
Be strong.
Yeah, like they won't break me, you know. They will never break me. There was a time when I was almost broken, but people,
they can't break me.
Yes, people just lifted me there. You know, you don't know. Like when there is a time I was almost broken, but God sent angels to lift me up, and I'm here, and we'll continue talking. So Barochi South Africa. Fiafine wachita dictatorship mu Zambia badefo kutwala nomba dictatorship kuma court aya ku South Africa kulia. They are creating a big problem because the South African people, they will rise and speak against the injustice of the Lungu family, you know. Baya mkuleta nomba ku South Africa, they tabatobera obupupa ku South Africa. Niku Zambia abantu ako batefinga fire kitana fire kitika na bekala quiet. People in South Africa, they voice out. So now the South Africans will start saying, why are you using a Zambian law in a South African court? Why?
South Africa awobenga bomfya ifundira mu Zambia kuya bomfesha mumyabo nishe kutira nishe government ya Zambia ilero hula na government ya South Africa
government tairi mojaji aliyemo mulaibu kushauri kayaka mbuma kalera that judge afuida aliyamo
akakachabinga akakamdala kaikipa kwatini Zambia, but people of South Africa, which means the nation of
Kabri nomba epala bukile fiongo nomba South Africa, they are going to bring problems in South Africa because the South African people will stand and say, why are you using South Zambian laws in a South African court? Why? Because it is not in the Zambian jurisdiction. South Africa, so let's be free to discuss this.
Can I come in? How are you, Madam Pumy?
I'm okay. How are you, Falcon? Come in.
Yeah, good. Yeah, can I just make some comment?
Go ahead.
You know, I think we Zambians, you know, I always challenge this law enforcement when I'm called upon. It is our right to hold the government accountable. It's not a crime, I always tell them. You understand? And it's not mandatory to say I need to support everything that the UPND does, no. Okay? Because what we need to know, even in as much as you say these who are in the diaspora are better than us here because we have been for, what you need to know is that before UPND came, Zambia was there. So we need to stand with Zambia because political parties come and what? And go. So let's not allow a political party to destroy our country while we are watching. Where we need to speak, we just have to speak. So making a comment on this has always, those who follow me, this has always been my argument. To say the issue of ECL was compromised. Okay, it's just that we Zambians again, we have that bad tendency of not taking interest as long as it doesn't concern you. Yes. Because the issue that this Chavinga boy raised, it was a matter of concern for every citizen. You understand? Because these are the consequences of what we ignored.
Mm-hmm.
If we had taken interest in what Chavinga was saying, we couldn't have been here where we are. See how the 3 judges were being lectured today. You understand that? And the judges, you know, they knew well how to execute their plans after they were paid. Because that first lawyer of the Lungu family, he was a junior amateur. So they took advantage of him on the mistakes that he was made.
Somebody has written to say, Mwariko pari issue, bring something new because you are speaking out of context. It was impossible. Ufumena pa page yandi. I'm a human rights advocate. And as long as injustice prevails, we shall continue to talk on this issue until justice prevails. You shall not shut us up. Are we your zombies? I don't even tell them what to do because they are adults. So how dare you come to my page and tell me what to discuss? How dare you think we are going to ignore injustice? Wait. If this page, I am here for as a human rights advocate. So if you are not interested, if your thing is to oppress people, this is a wrong page for you. If you are a person who wants oppression, this is just get out of my page and don't follow me. Because me, I've been speaking against any form of injustice. This is why I'm here. And I didn't start today. I've been here 5 years and counting. Okay? So you can just leave my page before I block you. We Zambians, we need to stand for the truth. We cannot be like zombies where we are told to clap today and tomorrow to cheer. We saw one of the international chief advisors, Alebula, that the ABSA rally at all. They are all about misinformation. Oh, the UPND is popular, it was all red. That was a banking marathon. So just because of the color red, you want to deceive people? You think every Zambian is so naive and stupid and gullible? The days of lying are gone. I am a politics. I am 19 pendef condo before we had technology. It's not divergent view. Apartheid divergent view. One for impossible. It's about the right thing. Let me educate you. Bambi bakula chinja pa pene pa page. Twabafunda ba chinja no kuchinja. This is not a matter of divergent views. This is a matter of injustice. What is wrong is wrong. We cannot have you blinded followers cheering whatever they tell you to cheer. Ngabamye batika tukane ni balungu mambo kutukana. Ngabamye batika lekeni kutukana mwaleko kutukana. Are you normal? Are you really normal if you can be told to disrespect a dead person when you know you shouldn't even be doing it, but you do it in the name of politics?
And sis, the truth is, UPND social media pages or platforms are not making an impact, and that's the very reason why they are attacking you, because they know that if they attack Queen Pumy, they attack Lillian, they attack Chair, they attack Emmanuel Mwamba and Kasonso, then they have got us, because a lot of us, we don't listen to those things. And You people, in the way that you give or you order your platforms, they are informative, they are factual. And whoever is saying divergent views, this is not a divergent movie. We are dealing with a person we have not put in the ground.
Yes, we are dealing with real life situation.
So the argument of having different opinions, that does not matter. I would say for them as UPND, can they concentrate on their camp and do their things and leave us, those who care about the Lungu family, to put this matter to rest?
Yes.
In fact, if they did not sue us in the very beginning, we will not be here. You know, why did they interfere in the burial?
Yes.
Program? They have moved on. But sometimes when they talk, it's so hard to see how far they have.
I know, and then they are saying, oh, we want to bury him with dignity. But the court case is going on in South Africa.
Yeah.
Huh?
Let them go and do whatever they are doing. I won't say that to support UPND when UPND leaves government. Or let me just say, because I don't see anyone taking over UPND when HH leaves office.
We are going to ban that party. It's a count.
Because that particular party, I don't think there is anyone credible enough to challenge.
It's not a party, nick out. That political party has to be banned. We can't have such a political party in the country.
So
We
you
cannot.
Can imagine what will happen to all those who have faithfully believed everything he has said, even the untruths. So they hate truth. They want to attack because they know if they target Queen Pumy, then they are attacking a lot of us who pay attention to what you say.
People are, if you come here to attack me, you are wasting your time because God appointed me. And when God removes me from this assignment, temuntu wambika pano. Takuri wantu minefoni wambo kulanjiba tupumulola ndefi. No. I am appointed by God and I will continue to speak until God says so. Shaire mkusamba pamanda ya muntu. Ishai shifufilefo kumone shaiti ya muntu wafwa. I have not involved myself in any diabolical thing for me to be here.
Yes. So just be strong, keep on, and that's why for me I keep praying for all of you because I can see the fires, the attacks, and everything. But it's the lie of the enemy. If you were not making an impact, you wouldn't raise so much dust. But because you are, and so be strong, be encouraged. We constant. Some of us were fighting on our knees.
And you know, Madam Pumy, you know one other thing is that with the UPND, with me I take them the way those member ways were and that how much we actually puba. You've heard of that saying?
Yes.
Because I don't consider them normal. So when they're talking, I don't even pay attention. Because people don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. Bamafken one second. Tusambafia meshi ya kwalesa tuabuka. Elonga nabuko luchelo. God gives me vision. Lesangandebuka. Alampele fia kulanda. I just wake up. I have things to talk about on my heart. So, mule ipwisi change. Tadeken tulande. Fiafine tuwa milandile ba UPND. Me, I advocated for UPND. I was advocating against the wrongs of PF. So you can't shut me up now when you are doing worse than your PF. Eh? 11 million US dollars versus 3 billion. Mune nanda pali pocket change by you, but PF look like baby thieves. Ile 11 million in my breadcrumbs. Tapari efyo idi. Number imwe 3 billion in it. Tell us about the 3 billion. Paka na wasungu nomba changing subject tuye kuli ambassador. Paka nomba na US they even cut our drugs aya HIV. Kumulandu wabu sakana bwenu. Ero mwari umanaka pi. You can't name and shame the people stealing under your nose. PND, you are going to jail unless mukabutuke mu Zambia. That's why munefa okupishisha bill 7.
Me, I always tell them to say if there will be a person who will be frequenting the courts, it's me. Because me, I know them I'll be reporting them. How they
Tukachitama citizen arrest mu 2026. Bakabutuke muchalo ba UPNT. Bakabutuke.
Because if there's this there's this old man who work with infrastructure, that guy is stealing us.
Katwishoko bakalola because the boss babo bali kwa time unit. Ababambi tukayafye mkuba senda fye kula abantu nafye ati kwap.
Uyale tukanenzele hapa. Ale yafe mkumfasi ya wanu ulakane siya fyoto arebe pefi ya bufya tiyo ikipso udemu.
Siya one is finished. Siya one alipwa. If there was a Finnish politician, Siya one Chimona no Utayali, they are all finished.
No, I go Siya one.
Tayali number is like Tayali Chimona na no more no lady lafi. It's like a baby. Siya one is like a baby. One pere chivotoro area. Just like, eh? What kind of a man are you? For shame. And I think he's just bored, Kuyokwali. He's just doing it for fun. He's bored. He's done for. Siyawan is Siyawan and this Tayali, they are all done for. So, Katrisha Nomba. Ma?
Is that people take Katari serious?
Katwish, Kai Mozambia wabadi was a mal president badi wake up. Atikesa miteka. Tayali Avena Zambia ngaba voter Tayali president. I can relinquish my Zambian citizenship. Couldn't I don't want to have anything to do with it.
Those are people, we give reference to those guys. When we're talking about them, that's when they even look as if they are making an impact. Those are just useless stray dogs. That's how I call them. If you see a one,
Basi ya wana bukon mani wabo. No baba ku Nigeria na ba muimbina. His fellow Nigerians are condemning him. So yeah, alandese ka comment na kabika mwana comment na chikwena ba youth te bakubala kuti bakupuisha. Na inenga ndefo kusekanja afya mkwe katamba nomba it's like comment. Say one is finished. So changing topic. Maximo. I'll play the audio and then we can comment.
Because we have institutions. Why should the ambassador speak first, then the chief government spokesperson comes to address the press? And we have so many ambassadors in the country. Why should he be the only one? He's not the only ambassador that we have. We have 40 missions across the country. So we obviously, sincerely and in all honesty, request that he gives us space. We cannot allow him to run Zambia. Zambia runs itself.
The U.S. ambassador to Zambia was seen on an email describing this as the 6th worst mining disaster ever and told all of their personnel to evacuate the region near the spillage. I mean, just listen to this. As a result of the disaster, the river is being described as dying overnight and causing irreparable damage. Soon after the spillage, aquatic life was wiped out for miles with dead fish lining the shores. Crops were damaged, groundwater was contaminated, entire livelihoods were destroyed. It's threatened the drinking water for millions, and health experts are warning that the lead toxins like arsenic, cyanide, and uranium could even cause birth defects, cancers, and diseases. And if all of that wasn't concerning enough, in certain regions, the water has become so acidic that, quote, it was strong enough to dissolve human bones. It was seen on an email describing this as the 6th worst
country that would allow a visitor to start instructing citizens to move away from one town to the other. So our view is that let them give the government of the Republic of Zambia space to operate. I don't think if we had our own ambassador start instructing people in Texas or Dallas or Florida to flee because there is a natural disaster there, they would take it lightly. So it is indiscipline, misconduct, and unacceptable. It is also undiplomatic. Let the ambassador respect Zambia's sovereignty. The statements undermine our sovereignty because we have institutions. Why should the ambassador speak first, then the chief government spokesperson comes to address the press? And we have so many ambassadors in the country. Why should he be the only one? He's not the only ambassador that we have. We have 40 missions across the country. So we obviously, sincerely, and in all honesty, request that he gives us space. We cannot allow...
So, ambassador.
My view with regard to the U.S. ambassador is that he basically went overboard. It is basically, I would call it a misconduct in a way. Because there is no sovereign country that would allow a visitor to start instructing citizens to move away from one town to the other. So, our view is that let them give the government of the Republic of Zambia space to operate. I don't think if we had our own ambassador start instructing people in Texas or Dallas or Florida to flee because there is a natural disaster there, they would take it lightly. So it is indiscipline, misconduct, and unacceptable. It is also undiplomatic. Let the ambassador respect.
You can come in.
Okay, yeah. So one thing that we've always mentioned and that we've always said is that the UPND, their channel of communication, it is what is bringing chaos in their party. Because everyone in the UPND has powers to make statements. This boy is one of the people that complicated the issue of ECL. Remember, before the secretary to the cabinet released that statement, these were the people demeaning Lungwa.
Who is he in UPND?
He's just a committee director.
Of what? Of UPND or the government?
No, of the party.
The UPND.
Of the party. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So on this one, I just want to make 3 points on this guy. Okay, one, the other thing is that they are very down. They don't research as they make statements. Okay, because that Vienna Convention, whatever the ambassador to the US did, it was within the rights of the Vienna Convention. Because he was calling out his citizens, not the Zambian citizens. Okay, so from there you could see to say the guy didn't know what he was talking about.
Exactly.
Because
Ignorance. Yeah, ignorance.
You understand? Because the U.S. ambassador in Zambia came to represent the Americans. Okay. So he was appealing to the Americans and he was within his rights. Because those are the people that he represents here in Zambia. He was not calling upon Zambians, no. He clearly, I saw the statement, he said Americans living near this river. You understand? And the other thing, you can even see to say, why is it, because we Zambians were asking to say, why is it that the US are the ones who are informing us of what is happening in our country? When the US speak, that's when we see the spokesperson holding press briefings. You understand? So that's a question that they need to answer themselves. You understand? Because these UPND, what we are seeing now is that they are good at sweeping real issues under the carpet. Okay? For the sake of damage control. Because this issue of the Kafue River, they didn't take it serious. You understand? These are the people right to us to say only 50,000 metric tons of that substance went into the Kafue River. But after independent research, it was reviewed to say it was 1.5 million. So we can ask to say, what kind of people are we dealing with? Okay, people who are not honest to their own citizens. Okay, if the American embassy didn't raise that alarm, we still would have been in the dark by now. So with this Simuuwe is that These are just overexcited cadres. Okay, who shouldn't even be given platforms to address the nation, because anything they say, they are messing up. Okay? Because me, the question that I'm asking to say that boy, he was owning the US ambassador as a what? In what capacity? You understand? Because I don't know if these guys, they understand the diplomatic relations. In what capacity was he owning the US ambassador? Understand? So, this is a reason again why we should remove these guys from power, because they will mess up our country.
Thank you. Vamaf, can I see you? Thank you so much. Good to have you. We'll be here tomorrow again. Tomorrow we'll come earlier so we can catch the Zambian audience. You know, listening to Simuuwe, I'm like, he's just ignorance speaking. You know, a lot of ignorance there, because to start with, even with the cyber law, they signed the cyber law into law without telling the Zambians, and without Ambassador Gonzales, we wouldn't have known. Abantu nga baleba nunafye mumayanda. Abantu nga baleba konkera fye, bale tamba fye fe tulelanda pa online, mwe bale kuzambia nga bale mikonkera fye, bamipele milandu, kuya mkweshiba omulandu weo uchitire mukoti. This was their plan. So Chadi Bakalipa, this UPND government, Chadi Bakalipa, because Ambassador Gonzales blew their cover. Filefo bale for Uchtama Zambians.
Exactly.
They wanted to ambush Zambians with the cyber law. So they'll always have a bone to chew with Ambassador Gonzales. But for me, and as well as all other Zambians, we should applaud this man for going above and beyond his diplomatic mission to be like and feel for Zambians. You know, he is at the center of overseeing all these donations which are coming to Zambia for HIV. And he was there. You saw him at that emotional press conference where he cried, saying that they had 33 failed meetings and so many people are dying, they are going to die. You know, he has hit the wall with this government. And this government is angry at you as Ambassador Gonzales because he has exposed them. But, you know, UPND, I don't know what world they live in where they think corruption, the level of corruption they are practicing, they think it's acceptable. If this UPND government were in some of these countries, they would all be in jail, starting with the Hakainde Hichilema himself being impeached. Hakainde Hichilema in any country would not have survived 4 years of governance. There are so many reasons to impeach him. But you know, he has systematically twisted the arm of the biggest opposition party.
Yeah.
The financial muscle of PF is twisted. The mental brains, the big brains in PF, they are twisted. And they are twisted. Some in jail. Balungu died because of this same thing. Banawakwi died. People are in jail. People have court cases looming over their head. They are failing to talk. So,
Please, I wanted also to just say, for a low party leader like that to address the ambassador through the media,
imagine this is an insult, and they call it an ambassador indiscipline.
yeah, it speaks to a bigger problem of lack of leadership within the UPND party, because surely you cannot allow one member of the party to address the ambassador in that manner. It was wrong, very wrong. First, just as a party, then on government level, very wrong.
I have been here 25 years, 26 years. I've never seen any government official use such strong language against a diplomat of a country.
No.
It is unheard of.
Exposes the lack of leadership, but we can argue, we can do whatever. The truth is, pictures do not lie. When that dam broke and the effects, you could even see by the way the marine life was affected, fish dying.
And they don't want to take over your running your country. They just care for people. Yeah. Who told him that you United States want to take over the running of Zambia? No. They care for people. They care for injustice. How are you going to kill a government
the poisoning of the water? Think about how it will affect women who are pregnant, the effects on the health.
It's melting bones. Arsenic acid that
how it will move down. The kafua feeds into other rivers. So the poisoning of the water or the pollution will go downstream. It will take years and nothing. What is government doing to save that river? You know, nothing is being said. So to just get upset, in my view, I ask, if the American ambassador didn't talk about it, was Kampala Ngungute going to say something?
At Kampala Ngungute? Canada, you free them for ya one second.
He's got a football ground on his head. Sometimes back in the days we used to think that's a sign of wisdom, but believe me, that man, all he does is defend UPND, defend UPND.
They are zombies. Imagine, they are zombies. Hi, DRK. Hi, Dr. GK1. So, yeah, so we are here to say, you know, this insult of Simuuwe, for me, I applaud Ambassador Gonzales, like he is, Atishani, Lilian Alamuita, one word that Zambian hero or something, I don't know one of those words, if you're Muita. Superman or something, he's our hero. So we applaud Ambassador Gonzales and we just thank him for being there. And he didn't tell the Zambians to evacuate. He is looking out for his people. That's a job of a diplomat. Mamona. If we could go America, ama Zambians, the diplomatic embassy could mission ku Zambia could yabaya mkunwafi amati no kuya kumagala. When a Zambian has a problem, they can't go to the Zambian embassy in DC and be helped. But this is a job of the missions. They are supposed to be helping people in the country. So Uria ambassador was just doing his job by telling his people to evacuate. Muna mwonevi chitika. Yes, Captain America, thank you. You see all over the world where there is a US embassy, if something happened, they go and rescue their people. They put their people first. Not imwemweba asula abantu benu. Mule sula fi abantu benu fye na nokubeba ati ayamish muli poison. Mule fwa abantu banwe poison bafwe. Is it by design so you can eliminate the people? So that mukashale mule imba mawe. Your cover has been blown, and I haven't really followed this thing, but I hear that they are siding with the company. The mining company, you know, instead of putting that company to task, they are kind of using kids' gloves dealing with this company that did this major atrocity. They are saying that is the biggest water poisoning mine scandal in the world so far. So tulimu wafya.
Oh my goodness.